Hey guys, I'm Johnny from Physique Performance Specialists. I'm here today to talk about the RPE scale, how we use it in our clients' programs and how you can use it to make some gains in the gym. Okay, so most people have had a training program at some point in time if you're a member of a gym. We write a lot of programs for our in-house clients, we write a lot of programs for our external coaching clients as well. And you get your standard exercise template, you've got your exercise, bench press for example, you've got the sets, you've got the reps, and it doesn't make any sense, it's not much use to you if there's no guide as to what weight you should be lifting. Now generally you'll be given a percentage of your 1 rep max as far as intensity goes. That's good if you've tested that movement, so you've done your squat, bench, deadlift, 1 rep max testing, but what about all your other accessory movements in the gym? You can't test all of them. You can do a calculated 1 rep max test based off performance, one working set till failure, complete failure, and then calculate your estimated 1 rep max off that. That's great, we do that for our recomp guys. But what we do like to use as well is the RPE scale, especially for a lot of beginners in the gym, about where they should be lifting, what sort of weight they should be doing. So they will ask me, Johnny, what weight should I be lifting? And I'll give them prescribed RPE. Your RPE stands for your rated perceived exertion. So for example, an RPE of 10 would be complete failure, an RPE of 9, 1 rep left in the tank, you've completed it and you haven't quite failed yet. An RPE of 8, 2 reps left in the tank is a great place to be, form stayed tight and you're feeling good, you can progress on that in the next week. Most of my guys will perform around the 9-8 range, and the easiest way to describe it, especially with my in-house guys, they still might be a little bit confused. I just tell them, out of 10, how difficult was that to complete? And they can give me a number out of 10. That's essentially your RPE scale. So for example, I've given my client 4 sets of 8, flat dumbbell press, an RPE of 9. I want them to get through those 8 reps, only have 1 rep left in the tank. So they're going fairly heavy, they're at a high intensity there. They'll complete that. For starters though, I'll give them a weight. I'll just guess if they're new, and I'll get them to complete 8 reps, and I'll ask them, out of 10, how difficult was that? He or she might say 7, we're going to give them a little bit more weight and a little bit more until he reaches that 9 level, and we've achieved RPE of 9 at that weight. We can progress on that the next week. If he's not too confident, we'll keep that weight until he can turn that 9 into an 8, and then he can progress from there. So that's what happens. Especially when you've got multiple sets to complete, that might be an RPE of 9 for the first set, but by the time he gets to the 3rd and 4th set, he's failing, he hasn't hit his 8 reps, so he's got to stay on that weight or even drop it back until it becomes a steady 9 over those 4 sets. When he's comfortable with that, it becomes an 8, he can progress, he can add a little bit more weight and progress. And it's great for long-term progression, it's good for confidence in the gym, movement patterns, form, technique. He's acquired skill, and that's what training is, it's a skill. What we don't do is we don't hover around the 10 range too often unless I'm working with my recomp guys. They're usually a little bit more experienced, we're not training as often, volume's low, and we can hit failure. But training around there too often, especially if you're a beginner in the gym and you're not quite confident on movement patterns and how your form is, that's going to lead to you getting beat up. It's going to lead to injury, and those movement patterns are going to get ingrained in your nervous system. We don't hover around there. I don't put my guys in those sort of programs until I know they're ready. Their nutrition's in check, they're getting lots of sleep in, stress is down low, fluids are high, they're really focused, and they're recovering from these sessions. Remember, there's a time and a place to be training till failure. It's a tool that we do use, but we use it smartly. A lot of our guys, they hover around here, even that 7 rep range, then we can start progressing until I see that they're getting more confident in the gym. You can use that to implement in your training programs as well to make sure you're making progression. What happens if you're not making progress? Nice straight line, you store, and then there's only one place to go, and that's down if you're not going up. If you have any questions, comments, put them in the section below, I'll address them. If you want me to make a video about anything else, let me know, that'd be great. We're going to be doing this weekly. Book in for a free consult, either online, come check out the facility, we'll be happy to help you out.